The movie opens with two thugs, Buzanis and Tony, who arrive on the footpath and beat up homeless people, starting to rob them of their money. Among the homeless are Joseph, a former soldier, and his friend Isabel. Joseph gets into a fight with Buzanis and Tony. Meanwhile, Isabel runs away. Buzanis and Tony severely beat Joseph, but he manages to escape from them and breaks into an apartment. Nobody is in the apartment, so he takes a shower and cuts his hair. Then he puts on a suit and is about to leave the apartment when he hears a voicemail on the telephone from the apartment owner, Damon, in which he says that he is going to New York for 6 months. So Joseph decides to stay there. He then takes Damon's ATM card and withdraws some money. Afterward, he goes to his friend Christina, who is a nun and runs a soup kitchen. Joseph tells Christina that he's looking for his friend Isabel, saying that those thugs went after her last night. He then gives Christina some money and leaves from there. Tony catches Isabel and forces her into prostitution. A man named Max comes to Tony's brothel. He takes Isabel with him. The next day, Joseph meets Christina and asks her if she found out anything about Isabel. She tells him no, she didn't even come to eat. Joseph gives Christina the address of his apartment and tells her that if you find Isabel, you should give her this address of mine and tell her to come to me. Joseph stops drinking and works on his fitness, and he also starts working at a Chinese restaurant. One day, some rowdy diners are causing trouble in the restaurant, so Joseph fights them and beats them badly. The hotel manager sees Joseph fighting these rowdies and brings him to Mr. Choi, who is associated with the Chinese organized crime syndicate. Mr. Choi makes Joseph his driver and enforcer as well. Joseph earns a lot of money working with Mr. Choi. Joseph occasionally secretly watches his ex-lover Dawn and his daughter from a distance. Joseph sends Christina a fancy dress and asks her to wear it and come to the restaurant. Christina comes to Joseph and tells him she can't wear the fancy dress because she's a nun. She then tells Joseph that she has news for him. She tells Joseph that her police officer friend sent her pictures of Isabel, who was tortured and killed. Joseph gets angry upon hearing about Isabel's death. Christina tells Joseph that she has found out about him and that he does bad things. Christina tells Joseph to quit his bad deeds, become a good person, and think about other Isabels. Later, Joseph fights Buzanis and Tony and beats them badly. Joseph asks Tony, "Tell me, who killed Isabel?" Tony tells him that he doesn't know his name, but he is 30 years old and a city boy, and he has a mark below his eye. Meanwhile, Joseph tells the homeless people present that if these two bother them again, they should let him know. He then gives the homeless some money and leaves from there. Joseph meets his ex-girlfriend Dawn at the supermarket and gives her some money. Joseph takes Christina to an art gallery where they drink. During this, Christina tells Joseph that she used the money he gave her to buy a ballet ticket. The next night, Joseph meets Christina. While driving, she tells Joseph that her gymnastics instructor raped her 20 times when she was 10 years old, so she killed her instructor by slitting his throat. The police didn't arrest her because she was underage. They sent her to a convent instead. Feeling distracted due to her relationship with Joseph, she asks for a transfer to Africa. Joseph goes to Mr. Choi and tells him that he's looking for a man who tortures and kills prostitute girls. Mr. Choi tells Joseph that he knows him, but in exchange for giving him his information, Joseph has to do one thing for him. He tells Joseph that he has to smuggle a truck full of people to London. Joseph delivers the truck to London. In return, Mr. Choi provides Joseph with the name and address of Isabel's killer. Before killing Isabel's killer, Joseph goes to Dawn's house with a bag full of money. Joseph gives his pictures and the bag of money to Dawn. Later, Joseph arrives at the rooftop cocktail party where Max, Isabel's killer, is present. Joseph grabs Max and throws him off the rooftop. Christina goes to watch a ballerina dance, and on her way home, she sees Joseph sleeping on the ground. When Joseph wakes up, Christina is sitting by his side. Joseph tells Christina that when he was in Afghanistan, the enemies killed 7 of their men, so he killed 7 of them too. But even now, he still has hallucinations of the men he killed. Christina tells Joseph that she'll be going to Africa soon. Then Joseph brings Christina to the apartment and sleeps with her. In the morning, Damon, the apartment owner, arrives, and Joseph and Christina manage to escape from there. As Christina is leaving for Africa, a nun gives her an envelope from Joseph. Christina opens Joseph's envelope, which contains his pictures and a letter. In the letter, Joseph says that he has killed Isabel's killer and has also returned the money to Damon that he took from his ATM. He also mentions that he has paid 6 months' rent to Damon. Furthermore, he states that he has given all his money to his lover and daughter and has left some money for the homeless as well. And the movie ends here.